You feel completely exhausted by 2 p.m., even after doing absolutely nothing all morning. What if you could stop draining your hidden energy reserves and start feeling effortlessly recharged? In this video, I'll share 5 proven physiological secrets that will transform your daily energy levels forever. I discovered the hidden reason behind this invisible fatigue when I spent weeks researching chronic lethargy, and the actual science is completely misunderstood by the average person. The problem is, most people just drink more coffee or take a longer nap, which actually destroys your natural energy cycle and makes the baseline exhaustion so much worse over time. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to plug these silent energy leaks and stay naturally energized all day long. Let's dive in. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The biggest thief of your energy isn't physical labor, it's right in your pocket. This is known as the dopamine baseline drain. Every time you casually scroll through short-form videos or check your notifications, your brain fires off tiny spikes of dopamine. Over hours of doing nothing, your brain is actually running a high-speed marathon. Research from neuroscientists shows that constant overstimulation depletes your dopamine reserves. This works because your brain relies on dopamine not just for pleasure, but for motivation and physical energy. When you crash from these cheap dopamine spikes, your nervous system interprets this as deep physical fatigue. You literally feel heavy and exhausted because your brain's reward center is completely burned out. To fix this, you need a dopamine fast for your mornings. First, keep your phone in another room while you sleep. Second, do not look at any screens for the first 60 minutes after waking up. Third, replace the morning scroll with a low dopamine activity, like drinking water or stretching. For instance, instead of reaching for your phone while still in bed, try leaving your phone on your desk and standing up immediately. This protects your baseline dopamine and saves that mental energy for the rest of your day. But that's not all. Fixing your phone habit is just the start. This next one is absolutely crucial, and it's something you are probably doing wrong right at this exact moment while watching this video. It's called the shallow breathing paradox. When you sit at a desk or lounge on the couch doing nothing, your posture collapses. Your chest caves in, and you start taking rapid, shallow breaths that barely reach the top of your lungs, starving your cells of oxygen. Research from the National Institutes of Health found that shallow chest breathing keeps your body in a low-grade state of fight or flight. This works because your brain monitors your breathing patterns to gauge safety. Short breaths signal danger, dumping cortisol into your bloodstream. Your heart works harder, your muscles tense up, and you burn massive amounts of energy without moving an inch. It's an invisible cardio workout. Here is how to reverse it using the 4-7-8 method. First, sit up straight to open your diaphragm. Second, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, letting your belly expand. Third, hold that breath for 7 seconds. Finally, exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Do this cycle 4 times. For instance, instead of slumping and sighing when you feel tired, try sitting perfectly upright and taking 3 deep belly breaths to reset your nervous system instantly. You'll feel a rush of clean energy within seconds. There's a scientific reason for this next point, and it's absolutely fascinating. Now, let's talk about something even more powerful. Most people don't know this, but what you eat when you're resting matters more than what you eat before a workout. This is the blood sugar roller coaster. When you're lounging around, you're likely snacking on highly processed carbohydrates or sugary treats. These empty calories flood your bloodstream with glucose rapidly, creating a massive temporary energy spike, followed by an inevitable, crushing crash that leaves you feeling dead tired. Studies on metabolic health show that rapid glucose spikes trigger a massive release of insulin. This works because your brain panics and tries to clear the sugar out of your blood as quickly as possible. The insulin overcompensates, dropping your blood sugar below your baseline. This dramatic plunge signals starvation to your brain, creating severe brain fog, heavy eyelids, and a desperate craving to just go to sleep. To stabilize your energy, you must flatten the curve. First, Never eat simple carbs by themselves. Second, always pair your snacks with a healthy fat or protein, like an apple with peanut butter. Third, take a 10-minute walk after your largest meal. For instance, instead of eating a donut and sitting back down on the couch, try having a handful of almonds and pacing around your living room. This slows digestion and provides a slow, steady drip of energy. But wait, there's more to this. Even with perfect blood sugar, you might still feel completely exhausted. This brings me to the next secret. Now, you might be thinking you drink enough water, but this next point reveals why you are still constantly dehydrated. We call this the dehydration drain. Because you aren't sweating or moving, you don't feel thirsty, so you go hours without a single drop of water. You are quietly losing fluids just by breathing and existing in climate-controlled, dry indoor environments. Medical research shows that even a tiny 1.5% drop in water volume causes a massive drop in cognitive function and physical energy. This works because your blood actually thickens when you're dehydrated. Your heart has to pump much harder to push that thick, sludgy blood to your brain and muscles. You are literally exhausting your cardiovascular system while sitting completely still, making you feel inexplicably tired. You need a proactive hydration strategy. First, buy a large water bottle and keep it directly in your line of sight. Second, drink a full glass of water immediately upon waking up to replenish overnight loss. Third, set a quiet alarm on your phone to take 3 sips every hour. For instance, instead of waiting until your mouth is bone dry to fetch a glass of water, try front-loading your hydration in the morning when your body needs it the most. Thousands of students have used this exact method to double their daily energy. But we need to address the most important point. You've already watched this far, so let me share the most common, yet most invisible reason you feel totally drained. This is mental loop exhaustion. You might be physically doing nothing, sitting on the sofa, but inside your head, you are obsessing over past conversations, stressing about future deadlines, and analyzing every mistake you've ever made. Your brain is running a marathon of worry while your body rests. The brain represents only 2% of your body weight, but consumes 20% of your energy. Research into cognitive fatigue proves that intense, unresolved overthinking burns through your glucose reserves faster than physical exercise. This works because your brain cannot distinguish between a real physical threat and an imagined stressful scenario. It preps your body for a fight that never happens, wasting massive amounts of precious cellular energy. To stop this, you need a mental offload system. First, keep a small notebook on your desk. Second, when you catch yourself looping on a thought, physically write it down immediately. Third, assign a specific time tomorrow to deal with that problem. For instance, instead of sitting there letting anxiety drain your battery, try writing email boss about project on paper, closing the book, and consciously giving your brain permission to stop processing it for the day. By clearing these invisible mental tabs, you free up massive amounts of RAM in your brain. Now, let's tie this all together. Let's quickly review what we covered today. Number 1, protect your dopamine baseline. Number 2, fix your shallow breathing paradox. Number 3, stop the blood sugar roller coaster. Number 4, plug the dehydration drain. Number 5, offload your mental loops. Remember, feeling constantly exhausted isn't a character flaw, it's just a biological feedback loop. You have everything you need to break this cycle and reclaim your vitality right now. The only difference between feeling sluggish and feeling unstoppable is taking action on these physiological triggers. Don't wait until you've wasted another week feeling totally drained on the couch. Start with just drinking a glass of water and fixing your posture today. I promise you, 1 week from now, you'll thank yourself. If you found this helpful, hit that like button to support the channel. Subscribe for more proven self-improvement secrets like this. Drop a comment telling me which of these 5 energy drains surprised you the most. And if you want to learn how to fix your sleep schedule, check out this video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.